Hello and welcome back to Pride of All Europe TV. Tonight's video, I'm just going to have a little chat about our £37 million signing Juan Mata. Not really sure what's going on at the moment. He was twice, two times Player of the Year down at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea. He's got obvious ability. He's a regular in the Spain international squads, but recently Mark Ogden of the Telegraph, a journalist who I really enjoy reading, I value his opinion, I trust what he says, he's released an article saying Mata has blown his chance at United. Now, Mark Ogden, he's not the sort of journalist that would chat rubbish just for the sake of chatting rubbish. If he genuinely thinks that's if he's writing that must mean he genuinely thinks it. As I said, Mata cost £37 million last January. He was a big signing from Moyes. Chelsea, the fans didn't want to see him go. His teammates didn't want to see him go. But Mourinho obviously saw something in him, or didn't see something in him, which meant he was happy for him to go. Not only leave Chelsea, but leave Chelsea for a big rival. With Rooney getting sent off against West Ham, you'd instantly think Mata would take his chance in the sides. The 3 games Rooney's been absent for, he made an assist for Di Maria in the 2-1 win against Everton at Old Trafford. He was hooked after 72 minutes in the 2-2 away draw against West Brom, and he was hooked after 67 minutes in the 1-1 home draw against Chelsea. It's a strange one because he's an attacking midfielder. He plays off the striker. He plays in that hole. Rooney plays in that hole. Fellaini could potentially play in that hole. I've often thought that Mata will be the he could perhaps replace Rooney in that position. I don't think Rooney's as good as everyone makes out. I don't think he's as influential as everyone makes out. But having seen Mata in the last 3 games, I'm no doubt in my mind that Rooney's going to walk straight back into the side, and Mata hasn't taken his opportunity. He's been at the club for almost a year. He's scored 8 goals, 8 goals in 21 games. He's only 26, and technically he's great, but is he a bit lightweight? Again, it's a strange argument because we buy Fellaini, who is a clear heavyweight, and everyone's saying, we're going back last season, we buy Fellaini, who's a clear heavyweight, and everyone's saying, oh, you've got to be looking at players like Fabregas, players like Mata, these are little Spanish boys, all the tiki-taka football, they make 700 sideways passes, they're obviously effective when they do it, but you get the point. So to moan that we didn't sign a player like that, and then we do sign a player like that, and now we say he's a bit lightweight, I can't work out. You can't please some people, but the fundamental is that Ogden saying Mata's blown his chance to United. There's a lot of rumours linking him with a move away, potentially to Italy. I've seen something saying Juventus are interested, there could be a swap for Vidal. Do me a favour, just stop going on about Vidal. In the summer, he's the new Wesley Sneijder. It's as though the guy was sent from heaven. He ain't that good. Vidal is not that good. Just watch Italian football and you see Juventus dominate the league. They win they've been unbeaten all season. They turn teams over so easily. Get them in Europe, and they do bugger all. They got knocked out of the group stages last year. They're not exactly pulling up trees this time around. Vidal is a good player in a not very good league. For example, take Roma. They're the second best side in Italy, and they got spanked 7-1 at home against Bayern. Now, we was absolutely dreadful last season, and we didn't even let in 7 against Bayern Munich. Man City don't let in 7 against Munich. Arsenal don't let in 7 against Munich. So there's a thing that what I think is everyone's saying Vidal is this, Vidal's that. Let's get into Old Trafford. I don't think that's the answer. I don't think he's the answer. I think people have become obsessed with an idea that he's great rather than the fact that he is actually great. But I digress. I've gone off the topic. I'm just only talking about Vidal because Juventus are interested in Mata, and it's been rumoured that he would be on his way out. If it was me personally, I would keep Mata at Old Trafford. I think he's a positive footballer. He always wants to go forward. He never shies away from getting the ball, and he's a positive chap as well. He's not. He does. Well, what do I know? I've never been in the dressing room, so I can't actually say I know that. But I've never heard a professional talk badly of Mata. You go to about, you know, his Chelsea teammates, former Chelsea teammates, Frank Lampard, John Terry, all the boys down at Chelsea absolutely adored him, and all the boys at United seem to adore him as well. He's a good guy and he's a good footballer. He's just not playing his best football of his career at the moment. So the idea of selling him, I don't like the idea of selling him. I think eventually will find his feet again at Old Trafford. I mean, and to be perfectly honest, he's scored a few and he's assisted a few. So if this is him playing badly, what are we going to see when he plays well? But Van Gaal's got his own ideas, he's got his own philosophies, we all know about his philosophies, he's got his own players that he wants to bring in, and maybe Mata, his face doesn't fit. But again, you know, you look at the options. Falcao's not permanent, so will he actually sign a permanent deal at the end of the season? If you had to base it on what he's done up to now, you're probably going to say no, because, you know, one goal and a hell of a lot of time on the injury table or on the subs bench. It's another thing that I don't understand. When Falcao's fit, you know, he gets put on the bench, that, you know, he gets rested and protected just in case he gets injured, and then he gets injured anyway, so he doesn't play anyway. So is he ever going to play? Van Persie played well against Chelsea, but he ain't going to be around forever, so it's worth keeping Mata because he could play behind Rooney potentially, or behind Wilson. So, but you know, it's just something that I wanted to sort of stress, that there's a lot of talk about Mata, there's no smoke without fire, so maybe something is going on, maybe there is a deal being brokered where he will leave. If he does leave United, I don't think he'll stay in England. Arsenal expressed an interest in him before. Do they need another attacking central midfielder? They've got about $1 million at the Emirates. I don't think he'll go to Arsenal. I don't think he'll go to Liverpool either. I don't think he's a Liverpool type player. But I'd be sad to see Mata go. You know, I obviously understand. I've got eyes. I watch all the games. I analyse all the games, and I know Mata hasn't done enough in these last 3 games to keep Rooney out the side, and Rooney hasn't even been playing that well. Mata does need to up his game, but perhaps there's too many cooks in the kitchen, all playing in the same position, all trying to be the star. Yeah, that is just my opinion on Mata. Let me know your thoughts. You know, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about Juan Mata. Will he still be here come January? Come the end of January? Will he still be here next year? Do you think he's integral to United, you know, going forward and getting a top 4 position this season? Talk to me on Twitter. It's at Nathon W. That's NATHONW. I like Mata. Do you like Mata? Let me know. Cheers.